Hey, what's up guys? This is Jagger with ReconSurCo. In today's video, we're going to be going over the Spiritus Systems LV-119 Overt plate carrier. Let's get into it. First thing we'll talk about this front plate bag. Okay, so with the front plate bag, first thing we have is a 6 by 3 inch Velcro loop area. You can put ID panels on here, IR marking devices, patches. You could use any of the EUDs like a Juggernaut or Kagwerks. Basically all that stuff will fit on there depending on what you're doing, so that's super nice that that's modular. So yeah, so two things kind of I want to talk about too when it comes to the front plate bag. So right below the Velcro field, alright, I have these two Nexus buckles. This kind of gives me the ability to integrate chest rigs or different placard setups for different calibers or different guns, whatever it may be. Super easy to put them on and off. Just clip them into the buckles, put them right on that loop Velcro. The other thing too that's nice about not running a placard on the front, running the more slick configuration, if I'm in a ghillie suit or I need to kind of have more of a low signature look to it, I guess, maybe I'm in an executive protection type of situation or I'm just in civil unrest.
I'm so fucking scared right now, you shut up!
Or whatever the case may be, and I have to wear it under a hoodie or a shirt. This also gives me the option to do that. So I really like how you can customize it from a loadout, right, to just running it super slick, and that's a great feature about it as well. While this Microfight 5 is off, we'll talk about your comm routing, right? So the super great part about this, both sides have two of the push-to-talk loops. So I'm able to push my push-to-talk button on those. Super great. I love how you can run it on both sides in case you're running two different radio setups, you're doing some high-speed shit. Or I have black gear on one side, green gear on the other. It doesn't matter what it is. I love how it has both options for that. And then alongside the plate carrier as well, there's different loops and stuff that I can thread for cable management and stuff like that as well. So super great feature. Touch on the Microfight 5 really quick. It's been a great placard kind of so far for me. I love how they can come with different inserts. I can throw my long gun mags in this, I can throw M4 mags in this, I can throw my sub gun mags in it. When it comes to customizing my kit to what I need and the type of mission or situation that I need it for. So that's super nice as well. Next thing we'll talk about, all right, on the front, I have tubes on both sides, so that's easy for taking my cummerbunds on and off. Easily pull them on, easily put them back on. So you get this sucker right in here. On the opposite side, Spiritus also makes another great product. This is their expander wing. I really enjoy this so far. I'm just running a Balfang in this right now because I'm poor. And if I want to just secure it, I'm basically pushing the tube right through this little loop on it. And then bringing my cummerbund all the way around, clicking it back on, right over. It holds the radio and all the comms gear tight to your body. It's not flapping around and stuff like that, so that's a really great perk as well. Spiritus does not offer a rigid cummerbund, at least to the date of this video. This is the Molle Tubes cummerbund. It's fairly flexible, which is good and bad. I like to have more of a rigid cummerbund myself just to kind of distribute weight and give me, you know, the option to maybe store more stuff on the sides. But also it allows for flexibility and also it breathes really well. They also offer an elastic Velcro cummerbund. We've used that as well. Super great cummerbund if you're wanting a flexible cummerbund. If you want more of a rigid cummerbund, Axle Advanced makes an Equinox. It's super great, or you could go to Faro and use their Assaulter cummerbund. So those are both good options when it comes to more of a rigid cummerbund if that's what you're looking for. Alright guys, so now rotating to the back plate bag of the whole kind of setup. There's a couple different options you can use when it comes to back panels. This is the Assaulter back panel core. With this back panel, it's super nice. It's very modular and expandable. So if I'm running, you know, bolt cutters or any type of breacher stuff, a plug-in tool or anything else, a sledgehammer, all right, below down here, I have this expandable pocket. That's super nice if I need to throw in my bolt cutters or whatever it may be, stretch them down kind of into that pack. So that's super nice, rather than running them where they're way stuck out and stuff and I'm kind of like a big telephone pole or whatever. So that's super great. It has kind of this zipper pouch up here that I can unzip if I need to use it. If not, if I'm not using the bolt cutters, I can zip it back up, secure it with these couple of buttons. For the bottom of that assaulter back panel, all right, again, it's expandable. If I don't want it in, I'm just able to tuck it kind of up in here, put my fist in that, get it up in there nice and tight. And each one, I have a smaller pouch in the front of both of them, some loop Velcro for maybe some IR marking panels, ID panels, whatever it is. I had the old fur missile in here earlier, and there's tons of fucking dog gear on this, so thanks Jax for being an asshole. Again, one front pouch, larger pouch, able to put, you know, various different things in this, hard cases for things. And up at the front, same thing, smaller front pouch, put little map data in there. Maybe, you know, you find a stray Skittle on the ground, you could throw it in there. Or some other candy. And yeah, top pouch. Probably put my little secret squirrel grenades in here. Also, the other thing too to kind of talk about with this, they have a loop insert kind of portion on them. On both, so that's kind of nice in case you guys want to put inserts in there. You know, you have flashbangs, other type of grenades, smoke grenades, whatever it may be. You can maybe mount a kind of elastic setup in there to store those. Chem lights, riding gear, map data, map gear, whatever it may be. So that's also another nice feature about the assaulter back panel. All right guys, also just a little tangent. You probably noticed I have all these different little color tabs in case you're wondering what they're for. Usually if I need to get something off my back, I'm either in a team or I'm not really wanting to take my whole plate carrier off to try to find what's going on in the back. Putting just little colored tape, or you can put colored string or ribbon or whatever the case may be that's not going to fall off, helps your buddies find what you're trying to get out of there much faster. You can easily direct them, hey man, go into the red pouch, I have it in the red pouch, as opposed to him opening all your different pouches, dumping your gear out potentially, or whatever the case may be. Easy to direct dudes to those pouches if you need to find something in that specific pouch. So yeah, that's why I have all the colored tape and stuff on the back. The back panel is kind of a super awesome system just because it's easy to mount. All right, so if you look here on the side, we have, on both sides, I have two of these full length zippers. So with the zipper, I can just easily put it on and off. If I need to put on a different back panel for a different type of mission or whatever the case may be, I can just zip it.
All right, zip it.
You can't even
Zip it. Zip.
look. All
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, exhibit A.
New one on or put it back on just like that. So that's super nice to have. If you guys look, we have lots of spaces for different cable routing. I have all these different loops and stuff that run basically down it. Maybe you can put your, you know, little retention device on there, or I can run my cables all the way up through if I'm running, you know, a larger radio, or I don't want my comm set up on the front of my plate bag. I can maybe run it back here, route it all the way up to the front to my PTT. So that's super nice to have as well. A couple other things to talk about with this plate carrier system. So on this, they have vertical straps. Some have kind of angled straps or whatever the case. I actually enjoy the vertical straps. It kind of distributes the load well across my traps and stuff onto my body. So that's another interesting feature. There's also different padding options you guys can put on here as well. But yeah, just like to run it as is. If you notice too, another kind of key point as well, the Cordura fabric runs all the way up to the Velcro, so that's nice as well, rather than linking down here and kind of putting a failing spot. And I also enjoy how the Velcro runs all the way to the back, so with that weight on your shoulders, it really pushes down the Velcro and gives you kind of a nice, secure kind of pinch on that shoulder strap, so it's not going anywhere. The other thing too, depending on what's in my stuff, maybe I don't want it flopping around. If I have a larger object in here, I want to secure something. They do have these two little Velcro little tabs, so I can basically just push this on here. If I want to tighten this up, run one like that, tighten this other one. Mainly kind of used for if I have like a sledgehammer in there or any type of breeches tool. I don't want it bouncing around, jiggling all around and stuff in here. Tighten up the whole package, secure that object. So that's a super great feature as well. If we look to the front, all right, on this front panel, I also have this kind of little elastic, stretchy pouch right here that sits behind the front plate bag. If I'm running one of the end user devices on the front, super great, have all your stuff digitally. But also, you should always have hard copies of maps, any type of data that you're going to be using, whether I have my Kestrel with me or whatever. I should always have stuff written down, like a hard copy. Never just rely on technology. 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to fucking break or fail you in some way, shape, or form. So way easier to have that hard copy. Sits right in here nice as can be. All right, guys, so that wraps it up for the LV-119. Lots of cool features about it, lots of mods to be made on it, and there's lots of stuff that you can basically put on to customize it to your liking. So overall, great play carrier. Really enjoy what Spiritus has made and look forward to using it and abusing it and stuff in the future. If you guys would, we really appreciate the support so far, but if you want, go ahead and give this video a like if you learned something today, and if you're looking to kind of get more content and stuff like this in the future, we're going to be doing these on a regular basis now, so if you would, we'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. It means the world to us. And if you want to support us further on to kind of keep making these videos and keep doing cool shit, go ahead and check out our Patreon. I'll put a link to that as well in the bio below. But yeah, guys, hope you guys all have a happy holiday and stay lethal. Peace.